morning, Mother.
Hi, this is Victoria.
Oh, hi. My volume on my phone is awful. This is Jonathan. I'm just calling to see if I can just say hi to my mother if she's not sleeping.
Yes, hold on.
Thanks.
It's Jonathan.
Good. Hi, Jonathan.
Good morning. How are you doing, Mother?
What am I doing?
How are you doing?
I'm we're, I'm doing pretty well. I have good days and not so good days. But this was the weather's so dry and nice and not too hot, and it makes it easier to go out and take a walk on the boardwalk in Rockland or with the walker.
Who goes with you on that?
Sherry from the caregivers drives me there, and we sit on the bench, watch all the dogs and children and grandparents. People
Oh, wonderful.
loading and unloading a big ship, the Princess Line.
I'm
That is
so
fun.
happy. I love Sherry. She isn't she a jewel?
She is too, and you'd feel the same way about. I think everyone. They're all good.
Well,
They're
I'm
all.
glad that
They're all.
that's all that I want is to make sure you don't get a grim Cravella Deville as a caregiver. As long
I
as you have good caregivers, I'm happy for you.
I couldn't hear what you said.
As
Just a sec. Try that.
I'm happy that you have no Cruella Deville
It
type
may
of.
cut out what you did the other day.
Pardon?
I don't think I got to say goodbye. It was cut off. Our phone has been very inconsistently working, and thank goodness we don't have a business.
Oh,
I'm playing. I'm playing Scrabble and having a good time doing that
oh,
with Vic
you're playing Scrabble right now.
and Victoria, and I have just decided there are no more spaces to put a letter, so we're going to quit.
I'm so happy that you're happy.
What?
I'm happy that you're happy.
It's very. It's a wonderful game for any age. You just have to be able to spell a little bit.
I remember when you played Scrabble once, you came up with a very interesting combination of words. You know what I remember? You came up with rude hovel, Rude hovel. For some reason, I remember that was one of your Scrabble combinations.
It's something that what?
You came up with a Scrabble words Rude and then hovel, Hovel, or you were using one of those words, but I'd never heard the word rude referring to a building until you used it once for Scrabble.
But you can't be clever to be winning. You have to be watchful. The patterns and the colors give you a vague idea of where the strong words you can touch a Z or an X or strong letters too, and you can win with one letter, bringing you all the way home.
All the way home. I love it. I still have not looked up that man that you told me to look up, the slave.
Well, this is what retired people do.
I know. I still want to look up that person that you told me about, dear mother, the person who went to the judge in England and said, "Let my people, let the slaves go free."
I can't hear anything.
You can't hear me at all.
No.
Oh,
Did you have a good time with? Did you see Robin and Ethan and
I've
anyone?
I see Robin. I see him at his office.
You went to Robin's on my birthday.
I go to his AAA office and we have time together. Can you hear me?
I can't hear you.
Oh boy, I don't know what to do. My volume is up on my side. You can't hear me.
A ruse is what you said?
1 second, Mother. I'm going to see if I can adjust something. I'm just checking the phone call to see if I can see if the volume's up. Can you hear me better now?
Much better.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Mother. That is wonderful that you are enjoying your caregivers.
Yes, good company.
Without exception, every single one, including the bookkeeper, yes?
Yes,
Is Sharon still doing the books?
yes.
I see. Well, that's great. I just want to make sure everything's happy.
Well, everyone's doing their jobs so well, and they don't have anyone to do what Elias does. So he lucked out. I think he can keep going throughout the year doing this major job for their little business to survive. And we'll see what happens. But I'm not going to talk too long because I get out of breath.
Okay, Mother. Well, I'm just glad to touch base and that you're having a good day.
Good day, and if you make a point of trying to we'll get in touch over the weekend when both you and Robin are available too. That has to happen, but it can't happen for a while. I mean, we've got some things to iron out, and church is going in a tailspin a little bit with this business of homosexuality.
Oh, I know. I know.
So thank God I can stay with mine, not for that, but for any issues, just for the rules of what it is to be a true church.
Absolutely. Yes.
The heart to do what we can and to help our small part in it.
Yes, Mother. Yes.
2 girls that want to come with me to the other service that is provided, which Pam Barton, you know her?
I do. Her husband was the one of the
Musician.
what was it?
He was a musician.
Yes, but didn't he work as an officer of the church?
Yes, he was at that time.
A warden? What do you call him? Not a warden.
But she can serve the communion. She has a title for that. The minister is not a minister. She is an interim, not a priest, but she's an interim who is going to try, I would hope, to keep the lid on and stay put and do another service that comes up every month, 10 o'clock, or there's another. There are a couple of services.
Well, I'm just glad that you're able to get to church because there was a time when you couldn't go to church, Mother. That's wonderful.
Well, I can't really go now to this other service that they give as easy for me. I can go straight and take communion and be chapel, I suppose, if I wanted to. I'll just stick by the prayer service with the communion.
Wonderful. Well, you have very dear friends there, and I especially think myself of the lovely pastor that you used to have, had a true heart, I believe, whose name is the prior minister, the female with the German background. what is her name? Suzanne, the pastor that you had for interim at one point.
Suzanne,
Don't I have her name right? Wasn't
Suzanne is what you may be thinking of Crocker.
no? You had a female priest at your church named Suzanne.
She was a priest. She was an assistant at the altar.
What is the name of the priest that you had, the female priest, about 2015, in 2015-16? You had a female priest there. What was her name then?
She died.
What was her name?
Voorhees.
I'm sorry.
Suzanne Voorhees.
She died?
She died. She was quite old.
No, I don't recall her being that old. Suzanne died. The priest?
You're thinking of Jacqueline.
Jacqueline, did she die?
No, she didn't.
The priest is Suzanne that was there in 2016 that I was very sweet. I had tears in my eyes after a service, and I said, hope you don't mind. I'm breaking down at the song that we just sang. She said, no, that's the sign that you're being touched by the Spirit. And it was just a beautiful moment with her, and I was with you. Her name is Suzanne, Pastor Suzanne. She couldn't have died. She's quite young.
She's blonde.
Pardon?
With a pony.
I can't hear you, Mom.
She had a ponytail and was blonde.
Yes, that's Suzanne, yes.
More like a Westerner.
She had a Westerner's quality?
Certain about it like a pioneer woman.
Yes, she did have a little of that. I liked her.
I could see her right at the fire station. At the end of the long cowboy day.
What is her last name, Suzanne?
I don't remember what it was.
But
She was at her husband and was on her own.
she was the one who told me that you were at the Knox Center once, or at the Maine Med when you needed a visit. I think it was Maine Med. And Jacqueline Reck was the other person who told me you were at the Knox Center. And then the third time it was Nicholas who told me you were at the Knox Center. So I have had 3 visits with you in spite of the other, slight adverse approach to my not being able to see you at the house. So I thank the people of the community for caring enough to let me reach out to my mother at those times. But I'm grateful that I've been able to call you lately on this other phone. And, but Mother, yes, Suzanne was a very sweet person.
I
And
think she's retired. I don't think she's going to have a church under her stewardship anymore.
I
That changes naturally. But what I don't know is, and I shouldn't talk about it because I don't have a good spokesman for what the church is trying to.
I can't hear you, Mother.
The church is trying to become all things to all people. And I don't think it's going to work. They're going to have to make sure that there's a good vestry and a search committee and that do it the right way, get an election, just like our president race has got to take the right steps before they start to get elected. You can't just walk into it, as you know.
Yes, Mother, that's correct. And I love that expression, to be all things to all men. There's a good side of that and there's a bad side of that. Paul says, I make myself all things to all men that I might by all means save some. So to the Jew, he becomes as a Jew, and to the Greek, a Greek, and so on. That's the biblical application. But you're right. If it's done in the worldly sense, it's compromise. And that's the thing that doesn't work, to become everything to everyone in order to simply fit in and accommodate the world. That's definitely the opposite. And so the proper application is to care and to be aware of people's differences. And
To rejoice in the differences as much as in the things that we like about each other.
yes, to rejoice in the things we like about each other. Is that what you just said? That's correct. And I'm glad that Elias is taking care of you. I know you always want to find a way for the family to get patched up by the power of God. And I appreciate that he cares about you and that he loves you and that you have his companionship. I'm not jealous, nor have I ever been, of him being there with you in spite of that possibilities lurking in his view. But I am very thankful that he has been a companion and cared for you. I've never had a quarrel with that. So I just want to affirm that you care for each other, and I hope that he will ultimately have an experience, a deep experience in spiritual things, and that his father, Richard, my brother, will have the same.
Well, it's a remarkable thing to see. The possibilities are there. It's just not yet time. And more needs to be prayed for and thought.
Of course. As you know, Mother, this is the work of God. It's not our work.
I do.
I love you, Mother. I'm going to let you get off. I'm going to let you get off the phone lest you have any further strain on your vocal cords. I love you, Mother.
Thank you so much for calling in. I am feeling better today, and I don't. If I keep going this way, we can go. But I'll have to go. There's a walker that I hope one good fall day to have a long walk. I'll bring the walker with it that has a little battery operated to keep it going.
Perfect. Well, are you saying you'd like to walk together sometime?
Yes.
I would love it. I'm going up this week to get my storage items and move them down to Portland. I'm heading to the Rockland Swift Storage where you used to keep our stuff. I've had stuff there for the last 3 years, there and other places. I'm moving everything down here so I can be available for Jeremy on a more like a day-to-day basis. So I can see Jeremy every 2 days, 3 days, at least. So. Yes, so I will be up in the Camden area, and I'll call you when I'm up there. If you are able to connect while I'm there, great. If not, I'm going to be getting everything up in the next week, bring it down here, all of it. I have a 10 by 10 storage down here in Westbrook, Maine, just where Jeremy is.
Does it function the same way the other one?
Yes, the other one is, I downsized from a 10 by 10 to a 5 by 10 at Swift's, and now I'm going to combine all into 10 by 10 here. And so... Right there. It's a heated indoor facility, gated community, so that if it gets cold and my car living experience gets a little limited, I can always go over there and set up a table and have my office in a place as warm as a millionaire's house.
Well, that's terrific. Because I may end up putting stuff there because of situations here might change. And it's very nebulous whether I can talk to anybody. It's still a question. Nobody's talking to me about settlement with the Tiffany Company. So I was told had my name on it.
Did you say the settlement referring to the Tiffany something?
Referring to the house that I'm in is my house, but the land was bought by a company that travel circus company. It's gone broke. They're trying to restore it, revive it.
Mother, don't you trouble yourself. I'm sure John Andrews, your beloved friend John Andrews is on top of that, right?
Yes, he helped Elias. They worked well together. Elias used to be hours, but then I died until 3 o'clock in the afternoon. next day.
Well, please tell John Andrews and Elias that I'm thankful that they are taking care of you. Please tell them that for me. That will surprise them, but that's what love does, to heal. But I want to say also, please say hello to Jacqueline Recht, especially, and to some of the other people we know there. Jessie Peck, who takes care of an older person. Does she still go to the church, Jessie Peck? Do you know do you remember Jessie Peck, who used to go and bring an elderly person to the Episcopal Church? She's a younger woman, middle, close to edging toward middle age, perhaps. Jessie Peck, a fine woman. That she took care of an elderly person at the Episcopal Church, would join your meetings, but also. I can't think of all the names right now, but I'm just glad that Jeff Conrad and so on. Please say hello to them for me. Say hello to Jeff Conrad for me.
He's the one who brought the elderly person in a wheelchair.
Yes, but there's someone who was doing so also named Jesse, and at the time when I was visiting the church with you. Mother, I love you, and don't strain your vocal cords.
Well, I'm delighted that you're going to be in a Jonathan Swift place.
That I'm going to be in a Jonathan Swift place, you said?
You could a place where you can have some fun reading some of the great classics that you've not read about the character of men of character, which is stronger than ours. So as strong as it can get with the Constitution, and everyone's prayers will get somewhere.
Everyone's prayers? Did you say everyone's prayers would get somewhere?
Goodness and mercy can prevail.
I just shared that with one of the nice ladies that comes in to console and encourage and drive a handicapped fellow whose wrists are bent and who has no legs and feet of any significance. Wheels him out around the block, out down part of the road, home road right at Jeremy's Barron facility. Fine woman. And as we entered, we went over Psalm 23 as we entered the elevator together, remembering parts of it together and putting it together pretty well. And what is it? Surely mercy and goodness shall follow me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Oh, I love it.
All right, well, keep loving it.
Keep loving it. Cheerio, Mother. I love you.
Good night.
Okay, good day.
Little cross on your forehead.
A big cross on yours.
Okay.
Love you.